Really warming up this afternoon. We are looking at just a few showers right now, clipping parts of northern Arkansas, some thunderstorms off to our south. Not expecting anything severe today. Most just seeing some very isolated light showers this afternoon in northern Arkansas, but dry here in Missouri with a little bit more sunshine, partly sunny back down towards Harrison, Mountain Home, Marshall, and then we'll be partly to mostly clear overnight tonight with rain and storm chances on the way heading into Tuesday in the late evening and mostly the overnight hours. Temperatures right now have already warmed up into the 70s across much of the area. A little bit cooler, 68 in West Plains, Mountain Home, 73 in Harrison, 70 here in Springfield and Lebanon and Camdenton right now. And winds are breezy coming in from the southwest, gusting about 20 to 30 miles an hour right now and into the afternoon. Same story. I'd say 20 to 30 miles an hour and a little breezy overnight tonight and still very breezy again for the day tomorrow. We'll continue to climb into the upper 70s for most this afternoon. Once again, just a few passing clouds, most around 76 to 78 degrees by around 3 o'clock, well above average for this time of year. And another warm day tomorrow. We'll talk more about your first alert threats coming up soon. We have a first alert to the potential for some strong to severe storms with quarter-sized hail and maybe some damaging winds. I'll time that system out for you hour by hour and talk about when temperatures may cool down just a little bit coming up. We'll be in the upper 70s, mid to upper 70s, we'll say by around 3, 4 o'clock today. And then evening temperatures at 8, ranging from the upper 60s to still low 70s. And lows tonight staying very warm. We'll wake up in the low to mid 60s out the door tomorrow morning. Now through the week ahead, tomorrow's another very warm day. We'll be back in the upper 70s for highs, and then we'll see temperatures falling a bit on Wednesday, but this will actually very likely be in the morning hours, so it will be a lot cooler Wednesday afternoon. 60 on Thursday, that's close to normal, still maybe a little bit above, and then warming back up into the mid 70s heading into the weekend, and a beautiful weekend on tap for us. But I will say some cooler overnight lows, and obviously we're talking about some rain and storm chances on the way with the first alert weather day for storms Tuesday night. Today, though, no problems. I don't think we're going to see anything severe. Maybe a few light showers in northern Arkansas. Dry by 7. And then tonight we stay dry as well, partly to mostly clear. Tomorrow morning, clouds beginning to increase. And then tomorrow afternoon, we may see a few very isolated showers from the lunch hour to the mid to late afternoon. This not severe. I'd say the severe risk going up after dark. By 8 o'clock, we'll see some showers, maybe a few thunderstorms, some storms popping up to our northwest, and then heading into the overnight hours, still by around midnight, some showers, some storms. These could be maybe on the stronger side, but it does look like storms might be closer to 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. Look a little bit nastier and maybe producing some large hail in some of these. I do think, though, our severe threat is going to be a bit lower than some surrounding areas like off to our north and off to our south. Still, though, some storms could be severe. I'd say the lower end of our risk, though. By around 6 o'clock Wednesday morning, some rain, some storms, mostly south of I-44. And then we'll continue to see rain on Wednesday during the morning and early afternoon with some pockets of heavy rain looking possible. Now, tomorrow there is a level 2 slight risk for severe storms that covers our entire area. Level 3 enhanced risk to our north and parts of central and northern Missouri. And our threats are going to include, I'd say, quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts kind of as our greatest threat. There is still a very low, but just not zero tornado risk. However, once again, wind and hail, and I'd say primarily maybe some small to quarter-size hail will be our greatest threat Tuesday overnight. We do have some very strong wind, though, still today. Some gusts about 30 miles an hour coming in from the southwest. Tonight, we'll see gusts maybe around 15 to 20. And then tomorrow, picking back up again and gusts from the southwest, I'd say about 30 to 35 miles an hour, maybe a little bit greater than what this model here shows. So it will be a breezy, windy Tuesday afternoon and evening for you as well. And here's kind of what we're tracking weather-wise. This is the system that's going to be bringing us the rain and storms. Area of low pressure swinging through the southern half of the U.S., finally pushing through on Wednesday. We'll dry out by Thursday with this northwesterly flow pattern. That's going to help usher in the cooler air. So once again, Wednesday's high 63, very likely in the morning, and then 40s in the late afternoon and evening hours. So it will be cooler to upper 70s for highs this afternoon. Isolated shower in northern Arkansas, storms tomorrow night, and some showers hanging around on Wednesday. For the latest severe risk, be sure to download the KY3 weather app. Any watches, warnings issued for your location, and all the forecast updates you can find there on the app as well. Through the week ahead, we are looking at temperatures cooler Wednesday, really mostly feeling like the 50s and 40s. We're dry here in Missouri. A few showers and thunderstorms in northern Arkansas, though, and right now south of Jasper, heading over towards Mount Pleasant. We do have a thunderstorm producing some lightning and some very heavy rain right there. Most stay dry, though, today, and just see some light showers. Of course, the thunderstorm is going to be possible by 3 o'clock. Rain still isolated in northern Arkansas, dry here in Missouri, and we're dry tonight and tomorrow morning with storm chances going up Tuesday late evening and overnight. Right now we're already in the 70s for most, 74 here in Springfield, and 70 in Monette, 68 one of the cooler spots in Mountain Home right now, but everyone above average today. And winds are a bit gusty, gusting about 20 to 30 miles an hour right now, and will stay breezy today. Gusts still around 25 to 30 into the afternoon and evening, and maybe around 20 to 25 overnight tonight. Now temperatures today climbing into the upper 70s this afternoon. We'll have a few more passing clouds increasing this afternoon and evening, upper 60s by around 8 o'clock, and temperatures by 3 most around 77 to about 78 degrees this afternoon, well above average. And tomorrow we are tracking a first alert weather day for storms Tuesday night with the severe risk that'll time out for you coming up soon. Some showers and some thunderstorms back down in parts of northern Arkansas. Pretty isolated right now south of Jasper. We have a thunderstorm there producing some heavy rain, and we'll stay pretty dry here in Missouri where we have a lot of sunshine right now. And temperatures today climbing into the upper 70s for highs by around 3 o'clock. Everyone well above average. 8 p.m. temperatures still in the 70s for most, and lows tonight in the low to mid 60s out the door tomorrow morning. So a very warm start to the day, and we can easily warm up into the upper 70s tomorrow afternoon. We have some rain and storm chances heading our way Tuesday, really late evening overnight, and then more scattered rain on Wednesday. Temperatures dropping though Wednesday and into Thursday, and then we'll climb back again into the weekend into the mid 70s for your Saturday. So today, like I mentioned, some showers and storms in northern Arkansas, dry here in Missouri with just a few passing clouds. Overnight tonight, partly to partly cloudy, we'll call it, and then tomorrow morning clouds increasing, and we'll see maybe a spotty shower or two in the afternoon, not severe. But yes, Tuesday night is a first alert weather day as we track rain and storms that could become severe. By around 8 o'clock, rain chances going up mostly south of I-44 in our area, with some storms firing off back over in Kansas and parts of central Missouri. Then by around midnight, south of I-44, some showers, some thunderstorms. These could become severe. Some pockets of heavy rain as well. And then by around sunrise, we'll see still some showers, isolated thunderstorm, but that severe threat really gone. And we'll look at some rain and still some thunderstorms scattered throughout the day on Wednesday. Tomorrow's severe risk is a level 2 slight risk for severe storms for all of us here in the Ozarks. We're talking about quarter-size hail and maybe some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts as our greatest threats, though, within these storms. There is a very low, just not zero, tornado threat, but I'd say storms will very likely contain 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail if they become severe, and which is the minimum kind of threshold for a severe thunderstorm warning. But I'm not expecting anything widespread by any means. Today, breezy winds gusting from the southwest around 30 miles an hour this afternoon. Overnight tonight, some gusts around 20 to 25. And then tomorrow picking back up again from the south-southwest, where we'll have wind gusts maybe around 30-35 miles an hour for your Tuesday, before starting to maybe taper off a bit. Heading into Wednesday, not as strong, but still maybe some gusts around 25 to 30 on Wednesday. Here's our weather pattern we're talking about. Storms moving in with this area of low pressure off to our west today. Still tomorrow, that low is out far away from us before sweeping through Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. This keeps the rain around Wednesday afternoon. And then behind this system, we switch back to this northwesterly flow, and that is going to push in some cooler air. So Wednesday, you'll notice 63 for a high. I actually think that's in the morning, and then in the afternoon falling back into the 50s and 40s. You notice a freeze potential Thursday morning. Tracking some strong to severe storms back into parts of central Arkansas right now, with this swath of showers and storms producing some very heavy rain, some large hail, a lot of lightning as well. And then these severe storms heading back over towards Memphis right now. We have a thunderstorm clipping Newton County right now, not severe, but it is potentially producing maybe some small hail right now and certainly some heavy rain as well. Regionally, tomorrow is a first alert weather day for us here in the Ozarks, but we are looking at a larger severe risk for Tuesday. We have 2 spots where we have a level 3 enhanced risk for severe storms back across parts of central Texas into parts of northern, northeastern Missouri, extending back up into Illinois and Indiana. Level 2 slight risk covers much of the state of Missouri and into parts of Arkansas as well. Today, 77 here in Springfield, 70 in Chicago this afternoon, 34 only in Bismarck, and 72 in Denver. Taking a look a little bit further out, about 8 to 14 days from now, our temperatures are still trending likely above average for this time of year with some cooler air back in the northeast. And rain-wise, maybe starting to trend a little bit drier again as well. We have a rain chance tomorrow night and maybe a small chance by Sunday. Other than that, though, this week looks pretty dry.
Thanks.
Hours we have seen a lot of rain across the Ozarks, much needed, maybe a little bit too much in some parts, like back over into parts of Dent and Texas County. On average, we've picked up just under 3 inches of rain across the area since the end of last week. So everyone's seen at least a little, but you can see some of the heaviest of the bands kind of on either side of I-44 in far southern Missouri and back into northwestern Arkansas as well. Now, finally, because of all of this rain, most, not everyone, is now just maybe a little bit above average for our annual rainfall departure. Still some deficits, barely, over in Rolla, and still about an inch deficit over in West Plains, a small surplus here in Springfield, and almost a surplus of about an inch in Harrison. So this is nice. We have another rain chance Tuesday night into Wednesday morning, where some spots, maybe back around West Plains, northern Arkansas, could potentially pick up more than an inch. We're looking at a dry day here in Missouri, a few isolated showers in northern Arkansas. Storms Tuesday night with a severe risk, so be sure to download the KY3 weather. We don't have a severe risk heading into the evening here in the Ozarks, but we did see a few showers today in parts of northern Arkansas that are clearing on out right now. Maybe spotty shower or 2 this evening still, but almost everyone will stay dry. And tonight, just a few passing clouds. Tomorrow morning, we start off dry with cloud cover thickening up in the morning and afternoon, ahead of some rain and storms pushing in for your Tuesday evening and overnight. Now, temperatures right now a bit variable, I'd say, thanks to cloud cover. We're looking at temperatures in the upper 60s currently in Branson, Harrison, 81 in Camdenton right now, 72 here in Springfield, 79 in Warsaw currently, as well as Rolla. Winds are very strong coming in from the southwest, gusting about 25 to 35 miles an hour, and will stay breezy heading into the evening. And then overnight tonight, I do think we could see some gusts maybe around 20-25 miles an hour, but they will be certainly slower than this afternoon. You can see the cloud cover a bit thicker in parts of northern Arkansas right now. And heading into the rest of your evening, temperatures for everyone falling back into the 60s by around 9 o'clock, and lows tonight staying very warm. We'll sit in the low to mid 60s waking up in the morning. Tomorrow afternoon, another day in the upper 70s, even some low 80s again. We'll talk more about your severe risk tomorrow evening and overnight coming up soon. Just not much. Upper 60s to low 70s still by around 8 o'clock, and lows tonight only back in the low to mid 60s. So very warm start to the morning tomorrow. Your highs tomorrow afternoon climbing once again into the upper 70s to low 80s. Some of the warmest temperatures still maybe actually north of I-44. And we'll continue to look at rain and storm chances going up mostly Tuesday overnight, with showers hanging around for the day on Wednesday. Drier by Thursday with temperatures a bit cooler. And I will say this 63 on Wednesday actually likely hit in the morning with falling temperatures in the afternoon. So Wednesday will be raining. It will be a bit cooler, but we have really nice warm air on the way just in time for the weekend, with a lot of sunshine to start the weekend off. Now, this evening, just a few passing clouds. We should stay dry tonight. Tomorrow morning, waking up partly to mostly cloudy, and then in the afternoon, we'll continue to look at some scattered shower chances. Very isolated to widely scattered and on the lighter side. Then by the evening hours, we are looking at rain coverage starting to increase by around 8 o'clock, and we'll continue to see coverage increase after the sun goes down by around midnight. Some showers and storms, and we have kind of 2 areas of development again for storms tomorrow night. The first off to our north, and I think this one could be some of the most severe storms located in that first kind of wave to the north. And then the second here for areas south of I-44. And we could still see some strong to severe storms here as well. We'll continue to see storms producing some heavy rain, maybe some small to quarter-size hail. And I will say there's a very low, but just not zero tornado risk also Tuesday night. So once again, even though I do think this is going to be a lower risk than what we had, let's say, Friday night, be sure to have at least 2 ways to receive weather alerts while you're fast asleep before you go to sleep Tuesday into Wednesday early morning. And still some heavy rain could lead to some flooding in spots. Rain continues throughout the day on Wednesday. Some scattered showers, a few thunderstorms, not really looking severe, but some pockets of heavy rain and a decent amount of lightning. And all of us are included in this level 2 slight risk for severe storms here in the Ozarks. But once again, I do think kind of that greatest risk for us here in the Ozarks, at least, would be here in parts of south central Missouri and into parts of northern Arkansas. But this is still going to be an overall low risk event for us. It's not going to be widespread by any means, but an isolated storm, quarter-sized hail, 60-mile-an-hour winds. And once again, that very low tornado threat that we'll be watching out for you Tuesday night. Winds today have been a bit breezy. We have some gusts this evening, still maybe around 20 to 25 miles an hour at 8 o'clock. Overnight, not too bad, but they will be picking up again tomorrow morning from the southwest, and gusts tomorrow around 30 to 35 miles an hour, maybe even isolated closer to 40 in a spot or two, and staying pretty strong Tuesday evening and overnight. So here's what we're tracking. We have this area of low pressure swinging through the southern half of the U.S. Tuesday into Wednesday. Behind this system, our flow pattern, that brief cooler air for Wednesday and on Thursday, and by cooler, still on Thursdays, we have seen a decent amount of rain across the Ozarks, with areas picking up on average here in this red box about 2.5 inches of rain. Everyone saw at least a little bit since the last Friday. Obviously, though, some higher rain bands, including kind of surrounding north of I-44, just south of it as well, and extending back up into Texas and Dent County, and a decent amount into parts of far northwestern Arkansas into Benton County, down into Washington and Madison County there. But yes, much needed rain. We are looking at our annual rainfall departure, and now some spots are looking to be around to maybe a little bit above average so far for where we should be for this time of year. Of course, though, still a bit of a deficit in some spots, like just a little bit in Rolla, and still over an inch of a deficit in West Plains. However, we have more rain moving in Tuesday night and into the day on Wednesday, and I do think some of the heaviest of the rainfall could be south of I-44, including maybe back around West Plains into northern Arkansas. Most picking up less than half of an inch north of I-44, likely maybe less than a quarter of an inch, but some spots could see maybe some localized flooding with totals greater than an inch for a few of you. We've seen a pretty nice and very warm afternoon. We've had a few showers and thunderstorms today, clipping our far southernmost counties in northern Arkansas, but looking dry right now with cloud cover situated south of I-44. Temperatures this evening back in the upper 60s to low 70s still by 8 o'clock. And it's going to be a very warm night tonight. If you enjoy the 60s for your thermostat, you can comfortably open up the windows. We'll be in the low to mid 60s out the door tomorrow morning, and highs in the afternoon tomorrow, upper 70s to low 80s for temperatures by around 3 o'clock. Now, tomorrow is the first alert weather day for storms arriving Tuesday late evening and mostly overnight, and more showers continuing Wednesday. Warm tomorrow, but Wednesday, the 63, I actually think in the morning, and falling temperatures in the afternoon. So Wednesday will actually be a cooler day, and then upper 50s, which is right around average for Thursday, before a big warm up on the way again, heading into the weekend with a stretch of drier weather as well. So let's time the system out for you hour by hour for the day tomorrow. Tonight, still looking quiet. We'll have maybe a few passing clouds tonight into tomorrow morning. Cloud cover thickens up tomorrow afternoon, and we could see maybe a few showers at times tomorrow afternoon. These not severe, but a few light to moderate showers moving on in, with coverage increasing, especially south of I-44 by 8 o'clock. Now, overnight, we have kind of two areas of storms that we'll be tracking. The first, I think, stays off to our north, and that one could be severe. The second, south of I-44, and while it could be severe, I think our main threats are really quarter-size hail and maybe up to 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts, so kind of the minimum thresholds for a severe thunderstorm. There is a very low but not zero tornado risk, so of course we'll be watching for that closely, but I think if we see some severe storms, that better chance would be for maybe some quarter-size hail and 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and some pockets of really heavy rain as well. And this is situated mostly south of I-44. That's 3 a.m. So once again, this is an overnight threat. Be sure to still have at least 2 ways to receive weather alerts before you head to sleep Tuesday night. Quiet tonight though. And then on Wednesday, we'll see some scattered rain from the morning continuing into the afternoon and then drying out for your Wednesday evening. Now, we are included for everyone in this level 2 slight risk for severe storms for tomorrow. Like I mentioned, hail and damaging wind gusts, those main threats, with a very low tornado threat, of course, that we'll be looking out for. I just do think that threat is going to be a lot lower. And this is likely going to be a lower risk day than what we had, let's say, Friday overnight. Winds have been a bit breezy today, and winds will stay strong tomorrow. Overnight, maybe some gusts around 20 to 25 miles an hour, picking up by the mid-morning and afternoon tomorrow from the southwest, with gusts about 30 to 35 miles an hour. Potentially a gust closer to 40 in a spot or two, and then winds stay pretty breezy into Tuesday evening, continuing into the overnight hours as well. Now through the week ahead, tomorrow, first alert weather day. Right now, it's our only first alert weather day through the week ahead. We had a couple last week, and so now we'll get a little bit quieter. Rain continues Wednesday. Dry and sunny Thursday. Beautiful start to the weekend. Saturday in the mid-70s. And then another cold front passes by. I think we could see maybe a few scattered showers on Sunday. Not a complete washout, though. And then there's the cooler air by Monday of next week. Winter arrives again. Overnight lows in the upper 20s. So I know it's really tempting with temperatures in 70s right now. Do you want to get outside? You want to plant? I've had questions about that.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. We have a couple freezes still on the way.
But look, at the weekend was great.
Weekend was great.
Then it comes in on Monday.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
All right.
Now your weather school question today. Weather balloons are launched year-round at what times each day? 11Z, 23Z, which is 6 a.m. or 6 p.m., 6Z, 18Z, 1 a.m., 1 p.m., or 0Z and 12Z, which is 7 a.m. and 7 p.m.
I'm glad you put the AM PM instead of the Z's, because I would have no idea. I'm pretty sure, and I believe this might change with daylight saving time, but I think it's 6 and 6, and then at a certain time of year it's 5 and 5. But I'm not certain about that. Let's go A.
0 and 12Z.
Oh, it's 7 and 7. I got it off by an hour. All right, goodbye.